I've got the wrong device plugged in. Damn it. Hang on a minute. Camera. Okay, guys, come on down here. Right, let's see. I'm getting filing. I'm doing some more filing, and it's coming out quite well. It won't be as good quality right now because I've had to put it through Minicam, and it's not going to save this video either because they haven't fixed my channel yet. But yeah, this new diamond file works really well actually. It's doing a pretty good job. It's still tight though when I first start out. I thought, well, I'll try and do a bit more because my wrist was absolutely killing me earlier, but the doing the outside part is not so bad. It's just let's see, I've done that other one. No, actually the other one wants doing. This is the one I've just been filing, and it should be a lot better fit now. I've still got some of the outside to do, I think. The inside is not bad, the inside's alright, I think. It's just the outside that wants a bit more off. And fortunately the outside slots are a lot bigger anyway. Oh, I did actually find a way to stop the noise actually when I'm on a flat surface. Oh, I can't do it on there. If I'm on a flat surface, I need some rubber under there really to stop it slipping about. Well, I'll just move my mat. I'll just move the camera over here a bit. When I'm on here on this rubber mat, I can get it. Right, it stops the noise, the squeak, which is good because I hate squeaky noises because it's like chalk on a chalkboard. Makes your teeth go on edge. Well, I haven't got any teeth left, so, well, not many, but you know what I mean. But this diamond file is a one hell of a lot faster than that other one. It really does make a difference. And I think I've maybe lost a couple of diamonds because when I was filing I felt a bit of gritty stuff in the holes and these long slots, but I'm not worried. I only got them for this job anyway. Right, there's such a lot more powder than on the filing. Then yeah, the next design is going to be a lot easier though because I'm building extra. I'm making the holes bigger. That's definitely working better. Some of them are still a bit tight. Basically I've got to go around and find the tight ones and file them a bit more. That one's tight, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my pen. I just want to mark the ones that are too tight. Well, that one's still tight as well. Actually, is it the width or the... Oh, I think it's the height. It's just that the depth that's a bit... And that one's too tight as well. That one's alright. That one goes down really easy. Down to the bottom, that one. That one's good as well. So is that one. That one's really easy. That one's easy. That one's easy. I'm getting there. Before, I couldn't get them down. It was putting strain on the laminations, and we can't have that. You see, if there's splaying or distortion anywhere in the I've got the camera on it, sorry. If there's distortion anywhere in the assembly, then it throws all the others out as well, you see. That's the problem. I didn't post the link, did I? Anyway, I didn't actually put the link in there. So where's my chat gone? Yeah, I don't know if you got me, Alan. I'm just looking at the moment. Oh, you're there, Don. Oh, right, okay. Cool. Right. Well, I'm making progress. That one's tight. It's just the edge, really. It's just that edge. It's just... Oh, that one's tight as well. Once I've got this right, I think I'll mark the rest. So I've got to file all these. I don't want to keep moving the camera though, because it's really... I forget to move the camera back. So I'm going to look for something to rest it on that's... Let me just get this dust. Otherwise I'm going to start sneezing. Right, I'm going to rest it on this piece of paper. I think it might be alright. I'm just trying to elevate it a bit so I can get low enough down to file it. Oh, that's too low. Hang on a minute. I really need some... Let me just have a look around for something. Oh God, I'm stiff. I think rigor mortis is setting in before I've even died. Joke. Right, let's see, I think that might work. Yeah. Oh, it's polystyrene though, so it's making it louder. Oh, I don't like that. That's not good. I'll just try and do it in thin air if I can. I'll just have to. I'll just have to fight it upside down and. I'll just fight it upside down, I think. It's going to make a bit of noise though, unless I put my fingers on top. Oh, that works. Yeah, that works. Right, and that one. So unfortunately, I'm having to cover what I'm doing, because otherwise it squeals. Ironically, Russ is trying to get more oscillation and I'm trying to get less. Right, let's see if these slide on better now. It's still a bit tight. Let's see, which way is it tight? It's actually tight sideways, I think. Yeah, it's important to have these slots because it keeps everything lined up properly, equally spaced. That hole's been broken. I'm not worried about one that's missing. Right. Elastic. Oh, you mean elastic band? Oh yeah, well, that might deaden the noise. That'll be alright. That's gone on easy. Now, where's that one with a marked? This round here. Right, these are the ones that were tight. Oh, it's a lot better. Yeah, that was tight before and it's now gone on easy. That one still wants a bit more filing. I'm going to file the inside as well because the inside might be still tight a bit on there. I mean, we're talking about, it's kind of precision really, because the laminations have got to fit in just right. Yeah, this inside hole is a bit tighter than the others. Right. Oh, that went on easy. Just make sure I've got the one next to it. Yeah, definitely made a difference. That one's tight still, So I'm gonna do the inside one as well now. Ah, that's better than it was. Still want a bit more. I think it's the inside. Wants a bit more off. But make sure I get these files flat, because it's hard to tell which is the right way up, because these files are not perfectly square, which is annoying because of the coating. Yeah, that's gone on easy now. When I get to the stage where these all fit easily, that's when I can start adding two. I can have two laminations, and I'll probably space them out so that they're far apart. Check to see if they fit still, and see if there's any tight spots going around with just two, and then that way I can work out. But you know, rather than sticking all the laminations in and having to pull them all out, which is a lot more effort, I'm just going to be working with two opposite each other initially, so it was one on this side, one on that side. Then I'll be turning the whole lot round to see that there's no tightness. Oh, camera's a bit low. So I can make sure that I haven't got any alignment issues. You know, I've still got to file this one in the middle, but it won't be so bad now because I drill these out with 3mm drill bits, which, well, these laminations are actually, these holes were meant to be 3mm by 3mm anyway, but there was a bit of shrinkage and whatever, and but that is tight, right? That is tight right at the moment. But because these holes are a little bit bigger, I can get started, but it means that I'm only getting short strokes. I can only go in about this much, right, up to my file before it gets jammed. So what I'm having to do is basically rotate around the hole inside while I'm going in and out to widen the top, and eventually it goes further and further in, and that's what I'm having to do, and it's a lot of work, because there's 35mm depth to get through. So I mean, it's a lot of work, and I'll show you exactly how long it takes to get through one hole, right? You'll see why it's such a lot of effort. Now this is one hole that's tight. Let me just move that over here because I don't knock it over. Now it keeps jamming up on me, you see. I mean, this is stuck right now, and I have to pull it kind of hard to get it out. So I'm having to go at an angle, like I'll have to go like this, like a wiggly sawtooth, like a snake when I'm filing it, to stop it from sort of locking, but without bending the file, because obviously I'd snap it off if I did that. So very, very subtle rotary while I'm going in and out, and it's just a lot of effort, you know, just to do that. It's a lot of concentration, you know, and coordination, because I mean, if I push it too hard and I get jammed in there, I have to work twice as hard to get it out. I mean, we're just going to do one hole on this board, but I'll do the rest of this tomorrow, because I'm already knackered from doing that one, other one. And so far I've only gained about 5mm depth, I think. You can't even see it coming out the other end yet. It's stuck again. So I'm literally only getting strokes of about a centimetre right at the moment. But it does remove a lot of material, which is good, and I can see it's almost out the other side now. It's starting to come out this end now, so I'm getting there. We're making progress. Oh, it's jammed again. I found out the best way to get it out is to actually pinch the file really close to the surface and just sort of pull it back. That seems to work best when I get just stuck in there. And there's 12 holes on the inside to go around, so you can imagine how much time and effort it takes, really. It's a lot of time, and I've got to swap around and do it from the other side, just to make sure my hole's even all the way through. So I'm actually going to swap around and come in from this side now. I can see the dust, so it actually tells me where I am. So now I'm going to start from this end. It just seems to be easy to do it like that because it seems to be tapered. The hole's more tapered at this end, and I can rotate at an angle more from the end, from the opposite end. Stuck again. You see, there's no way I can use a bigger drill because it'll just completely ruin the holes. They're supposed to be square, you know, to stop the laminations from twisting and getting out of alignment. But we're nearly there now. So I don't know. I haven't been timing myself, but I think it probably takes somewhere in the region of 10-15 minutes maybe. Well, it feels like that anyway. It feels like a long time because, you know. Right, we're through now at last. I can feel it's easing off. Right, we're actually through now, look. Finally. So that's one hole on this other bobbin. And we've still got the others to do because they're all a bit tight. As soon as the diamond part of the file is completely disappeared on the back end where the shank is, I know I've got my my full depth, you know, and I can actually do a proper filing motion all the way down the full length. God, there's a lot of dust come out there. So that one technically should also not be tight now. So if I take this off here, now that one that I've just been filing, I think it's that one. Oh, which one was it? I lost it now. Oh, it's this one, I think. No, it isn't. I can't remember which one it was now. I've lost my place. I'll find it when the file goes in. It's not that one. Must be that one. I think it's that one. That's the one. Okay, right, let's just see if that fits. Not quite. The outside one on here wants doing as well. Yeah, that's really tight. Fortunately, the outside, there's not a lot of materials to file off on the outside rims, so they go really fast. Right, that should work now. That one that just did. Yeah, still a little bit tight at the bottom, but a little bit more filing on the inside. Donald says in and out, in and out. Yeah, you can see why it's really boring actually. It's a very tedious thing to do this. It's in and out, in and out, in and out, and it's really I have to clamp this with my hands quite strong, you have to hold it all the time. And I can't put this in a vise because these bobbins are brittle and they just snap, they break, so putting it inside a vise is just not a good idea. Because they're made out of resin. I cast them in my mould, which is basically, it's got the same kind of brittleness and consistency as what you would have with Paxilin, or Paxilin that you use on circuit boards, or something like old 78 records, that are made of. It's got the same kind of brittleness as that. So right, that one should fit good now. Yeah, that fits really well. Look, that one. That's just one I've done on there. So this other bobbin, I'm going to finish that off tomorrow because I've done all of this one today, and I've made my wrist is killing me. When I was younger, when I was little, my tendons in my wrist got damaged. What happened was, I was at school. Somebody kicked a football, and I put my hand up, and the football hit my hand and bent my hand backwards and ripped my tendons or something in my wrist. So ever since then I've had trouble with my wrist. It just bent my hand backwards. Now obviously I was only like 8 years old or something, and when you get damage, if you get damage to your tendons at a younger age, they come back to haunt you when you get older, you know what I mean? I've always had trouble with that hand. Oh, Shubus has got his virtual private network sorted out. Good. So that one is good. I'll just let you have a look at the holes so you can see. I forgot this lined up right. You see the holes on, they're still nice and square, look. I'm going the wrong way, I think. Yeah, you can see my holes are all lined up. Everything's back to front when you move things on the camera. Yeah, so you can see it the way they are. Right, I think I've got all that on. Okay. I've already done that, Don. The holes for the next bobbin, the slots are going to be 4mm and not 3.5. Actually, no. Instead of 3.5, they'll be 4.5, I think. I actually added an extra millimetre in there, and that's more than enough extra. So I'm not going to have problems next time with the square bobbins. They're going to be fine. And the reason why I decided to move from the round bobbins, quite simply put, was because I want to have more steel laminations. I want a longer area, I want a bigger area, and I want to have an equal amount of area for the inside core as the outside core, and the only way to do that was to make it square. So yeah, the new ones, well, everyone will see my drawings anyway, but obviously that's why I made the new ones where the inside cores are actually at the bottom here and the outside cores are at the top, and the space in between those laminations is where the coils are wound on these bobbins, because these bobbins are the SB bobbins, right? The outside laminations go through these rectangular slots, right, and the inside cores run through the inner slots, and the inner slots are actually embedded inside the 3D print, or will be inside the resin. So these inside slots here, right, I don't know if you can see that. These inside slots here are effectively the same as on the inside of these, but instead of having individual holes, it's going to be one long slot, which is going to save me an awful lot of work, because instead of using a square file, I can use a simple flat file if I need to file them, and so there'll be a lot less work there. The only real work will be on the magnet holders, where there's a lot of magnetic field, very strong magnetic field with the magnets in the middle, so they have to be anchored, so there will be little plastic vanes that separate each set of laminations, which will be probably 2 or 3 thick laminations per slot, and that will prevent the magnets from twisting the laminations on the side, which is what laminations want to do when you come into contact with a strong magnetic field. They tend to want to twist and pull, as you know yourself. You get a magnet, if I get this magnet right, this big magnet here, and I stick a nail file on the end, it wants to fall over. It doesn't like being on its end, especially if you have two side by side. If you have two pieces of metal side by side, they push away from each other, like they go like a V shape. They kind of I don't know if I've got anything handy that I can show you with, but yeah, I've got this other piece of metal. Hang on. So I'll put this other piece of metal next to my file. were just simulated. Those pieces are either attracted or repelled from each other like this. And that's the reason why I'm having those slots, is to anchor the lamination so that they're all dead straight and properly lined up, you see. So anyway, as I say, I'm gonna do the rest of this. Which is the one I'm getting mixed up now. Which is the one I've already done? I think that this one's not far off actually. This one doesn't need a lot doing to it because it's not far off. I tell you what a difference this violet makes compared to the ordinary steel violet. There's a huge improvement. I mean, that hole actually wanted filing a bit more, and it didn't take long to get through that one. So, yeah, as it's late now, it's I just don't want to be doing this all night. Rusty's going to be on soon anyway. Let me think. What time is it where he is? It's 22:11 here. So, it'll be 20:08 where he is. He'll be putting his kids to bed shortly, or if he hasn't already done that. I'll get the rest of the files and show you. I'll show you what they look like. My knee's gone funny on me. Right, these are the files I got, and they're good. They're pretty good, but I was using the round one, and the handle came off. And I thought, hang on, the handle came off. Where were they made? And I can't see anything on them. Nothing on there says made in China. But anyway, it was easy enough to super glue the handle back on. So, right, that's the round one that I was using, and I went and super glued it back on because it's alright now, I think. Anyway, if it comes off again, I'll just I'll use some epoxy to glue it in. And that's a triangular one. They look really well until you get them dust all over them. And here's that's a what do you call it? Hunchback on the what do you call it? Domed on one side and flat on the other. These are all the diamond ones, and that's flat file. It's just completely flat. So I'm probably going to be using that one on the Mac 4, on the Mac 2, the revision 2 one, the square one, if I need to, because most of the holes will be a little bit longer. So I think I'll be able to get this bigger file in there as well, which is a lot better. So, and it was kind of cool to get these because they kind of go in my other file set. Here's my other file set, and it's got yellow handles. It looks like a similar brand, but if you look, the handles are similar but different colour. But these have got a hole in to hang them up. Those haven't. So these are obviously cheaper than them or whatever. I don't know if the cost them because they put diamond in there. I don't know, but they look similar. So they seem to go with them anyway. Yeah, but I think we're going to be able to get this together within a couple of weeks anyway. I'm getting more optimistic now. At first it was just, I mean, before I put the 3mm drill down the hole, the drill, this fire was literally that far in. It was about what, half an inch in, and I was struggling to try to get it started, and it was really annoying me because when you've only got a tiny bit of file in there, you can't get started because you've got no movement. You just can't get any movement. But once you get so far in, you're taking off material off a much wider area, and it's a lot easier to get going then. You know. So you've already done that one. There's a bit of breakout on this bobbin where the outside part is, it's like the roof caved in, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to put double-sided tape around there anyway. But the thing I was concerned about was, another thing I was concerned about was not to drill these holes too big because it weakens the structural, the support, because these rims are connected to the inside core by the resin that's linked across, and the thinner those little walls are, the weaker it becomes. finally. I think that one's yeah, it's just the outside one wants a bit of doing. Yeah, that's pretty good. There's a little bit more to come off it, but oh, it's actually gone on now. Ah. Yeah. Just wiggle it a bit and it comes off. Right, so I'm just gonna call it quits for now actually. I'll stick that other bobbin on here for now so I don't lose my end laminations. Because they stick on like the magnetic, they stick to the things, so I'll stick this other bobbin on for now. Fits like a glove, this one does now. I deliberately left a little bit of an extra space on these laminations so that I could have a little bit of foam in between there so I can have a certain amount of adjustment. Then I can pull this back a bit, you see, and open the gap and have an air gap, so I could actually physically adjust the lamination loop that goes around, so I could actually adjust that air gap that's there. So it actually is useful to have that kind of adjustment, just to find an optimum amount of metal as well. Okay, right, I'm going to have a rest and just wait and see if Russ comes on. If he doesn't, I'm going to go to bed. Can't stay up late or too late because it just catches up with me. Just, I don't know. Oh God, there's dust everywhere. I was going to wipe my hands on that tissue and it's full of dust. I use this. I better put it in the bin actually. That. Right, I'll stick these over there and I'll carry on with this one tomorrow. I'm going to leave my file in it so I know which one I'm still doing. And I thought about this because I've got two bobbins in the Bubbleator thing that's over there, the rotary one, and I thought I don't want to be going filing the other one as well. Not after filing these, it's all the effort. So what I'm going to do is simply wind the copper wire off the other bobbins straight onto these bobbins, which will be damn sight easier than filing all them holes. Because it's still assembled at the moment. It's still I'll show you before I kill the stream anyway. I mean, it's for anyone that hasn't seen my mechanical one, it's still over here. There's no light on it right now. Hang on. Yeah, it's to have to dismantle it because I want the coils off. I want the bobbins, the 2 coils off there, which is exactly the same bobbins as what I've just been filing. So I'm just simply going to be taking those off, taking all the laminations out, which are going to be different anyway because these laminations are for the rotary system. So anyone that's already seen it has seen it, but yeah, so I'm just going to basically take all my copper off these bobbins and stick it on the others. It saves me spending another, what, 15 quid on copper wire, you know. So that's it for now.